guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a first impressions of the new Dior foundation. It is the Diorskin Star Foundation. This was requested on my channel, so I listened to you guys. I went out and purchased it. I bought it in the shade 030 in medium beige, and this is the newest foundation that Dior came out with. It has broad spectrum SPF 30. It's long wearing. Diorskin Star is its first brightening foundation, a weightless fluid capable of instantly and over time recreating the spectacular and perfect light of Dior's backstage studios. It does have titanium dioxide, 3.5%, so this is a pretty high SPF foundation. I would suggest this more for everyday, not for events, because of the fact that it has titanium dioxide and it most likely will have a flashback. And this is what the packaging looks like. It's very sleek, it's glass, it's got this Dior top, and it comes with a pump. Very, very high-end packaging, very, very nice and pretty. So I'm going to use that. It says shake well, so make sure you shake it up too. So I'm going to shake it up and then apply it with my beauty blender. Wow, there's definitely a fragrance to this foundation. If you guys are sensitive to fragrances, you're going to want to avoid this, I think. It's very, very fragranced. Okay, so on first impressions, this is a very good coverage of the skin. I mean, if you just look at it, it definitely completely evened out my skin tone. It added a little bit more life, a little glow, a little color. I would have to say it is like a medium to full coverage without it feeling like that. It feels like a light coverage, but it looks like a medium coverage to high coverage. And I'm really impressed at how smooth and flawless it just covered up my complexion. I am gonna say there is a strong fragrance when you first use it. There's still a lingering fragrance right now. So if you are sensitive to fragrances, or you are really sensitive towards any chemicals and things like that, this might not be the foundation for you to try out just because of that. That's my initial reaction. When I pumped it out, I was like, whoa, fragrance. And it's lingering. It doesn't just dissipate like a lot of other fragrance makeup I've used. Yeah, it's very, I can still smell it. I love the coverage. I mean, you guys can see it right now. This is natural lighting. I'm going to do a close-up, and then I'm going to apply the rest of my makeup, and I'll do a check-in and another check-in throughout the day with my final thoughts on how it's wearing. Okay, so I just finished applying the rest of my makeup, and I have to say I really like this foundation. It's a little heavy for every day. It doesn't feel heavy, but the coverage is a little heavy for me personally. I feel like I could probably thin it out a little or not apply as much. I'm liking how it has blended with the rest of my makeup. You don't need a lot of powder. I used a little too much powder, so I had to spray with a finishing spray to kind of get rid of that powdery look. So just be aware of that when you're setting it. Make sure you use a very light hand with the powder, because you don't need that much. It really picks up the powder. So if you're using it with other creamy products, you're good to go. Anyways, so far so good. I do like this foundation. It is a good one for a heavier coverage if you need it for every day. It is going to be an everyday foundation because of the high SPF content in it, and if you're not sensitive to fragrance. I will do a check-in with some final thoughts at the end of this video, and yeah, so I'll check back in soon. Hey guys, I'm back for my final check-in at the end of the day. It is 8:04, so it's been on for almost 8 hours. I do have to say it looks pretty good. I have not used a blotting sheet, I have not used any powder, I didn't retouch it or anything, and it looks really, really good. So it definitely is a long wearing foundation. I have combination oily skin on my T-zone with dry patches on my chin, so it is working for me for both my dry areas as well as my oily areas. I do like this foundation. I think I'm a little on the fence about it because of the coverage. I think the coverage comes off as heavier than it needs to come off, even though it weighs, it's very lightweight and it doesn't feel like I'm wearing a lot, but every time I look in the mirror, it looks like I'm wearing makeup because of the heavy coverage. So I feel like I need to blend this a little bit better or use less of it with my beauty blender and just blend it out a bit. I don't know. I'm just on the fence about it because of that. If you are looking for a very good coverage that feels lightweight and you do need a little more coverage because of discoloration, hyperpigmentation, acne, scarring, anything like that, definitely check this out because it doesn't feel as heavy as the coverage is. I just personally prefer a more transparent look for day-to-day, especially since my skin has been looking really good. If you guys are curious about my skincare regimen or the products I've been using that I've just been raving about, I will have a video of that up already by the time you see this, I believe. Anyways, I do like it for certain folks. I'm going to have to be honest and play with this a little bit more for my personal preference. I just feel like I need to mess with it a little bit in terms of application, but if I'm looking for a full coverage everyday foundation, this is perfect for you. This is perfect for anybody who needs that. Yeah, the packaging is great. The price point is a little bit higher end, of course. So I believe the Laura Mercier one is a little bit cheaper. However, this is not as liquidy as the Laura Mercier one. I do still like this better than the YSL one. I'm just not a huge fan of the YSL Fusion foundation. It's good, but I mean, for 60 bucks, it needs to be like amazing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little review. I am on the fence about it, but you know, I hope it helped you decide whether or not you want to try this out. If this is something you're looking for, if you're looking for a full coverage everyday foundation with SPF, then this is something more geared towards you. I, on the other hand, prefer a lighter coverage, even though this does not feel heavy. So yeah, I don't know if this was a confusing video. It was kind of confusing for me because I'm confused. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, leave me a comment in the comment box below. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. It really helps me out, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!